This is The Process Shot. I'm Michael, I'm not a myth, and my reality is this movie right over here. Space is the Place is an odd science fiction film from director John Coney made back in 1974, starring the musician Sun Ra and featuring his orchestra. It follows him as a supernatural agent in a cosmic battle for the minds and souls of the black race, with his enemy being the mysterious but sinister Overseer. As Sun Ra makes his case to others and recruits them to join his space colony, the Overseer uses his influence to stop Sun Ra's plans, whether it be through misinformation, jealous NASA scientists, or exploiting the established social consciousness to bring down a fellow black man. However, it's consciousness that Sun Ra wishes to touch within those he reaches out towards, and with his music he's able to make that connection. On the surface, the film is pretty strange. It's not outright weird, hitting close enough to science fiction that it's able to sit well within the genre, but it's certainly offbeat all the same. The plot moves rather freely, cutting between scenes and settings through a loose narrative focused less on story and more on characters and ideas. Despite this leading the movie to being a series of scenes, everything does still feel connected because of its underlying themes, which are also pretty scattered but still given some exploration and development. It helps that these themes and ideas, from character archetypes found in blaxploitation films, to the greater social struggle of dealing with both overt racism and discriminatory power structures, as well as the general push from Sun Ra towards beginning again on a distant planet, all cement Space is the Place as an early Afrofuturist film, combining African heritage with futuristic and forward-thinking images and ideas. It's still pretty earthbound, even keeping more towards fantasy and spirituality than anything more clearly science fiction, but it's easy to see how this film could have been, or outright was, an influence on other projects or films within the same vein. That all said, the movie does still have some holes in its production that prevent it from being perfect. Although there's plenty of imagery and art design that presents Sun Ra as a truly mythical being, it's not quite taken far enough to really push that otherworldliness in his character, with cinematography remaining rather flat or uninteresting despite the potential inherent within its greater subject matter. Editing is a bit iffy as well, with scene transitions and segues mostly being practical rather than artistic or stylistic. Sound mixing generally works out well for specific situations, but it doesn't really come through in a unified sense between scenes. The music within the film is well balanced, though, and as it continues you can tell that the music and its message were the reason why Space is the Place was made. It's not so much a movie that wants to be perfect for the sake of artistry, but it just wants to be good enough that it gets across what it wants to say to those who are willing to listen. It could still use a bit of polish, but overall I think it got that idea through. Space is the Place. John Coney, 1974. 3 stars. I'd say to give it a shot. That's it for this review. If you liked it, leave it a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. As always, subscribe to the channel for more reviews. Maybe this theater is a spaceship. That would explain a lot. Actually, no, it wouldn't. Never mind.